song. But anyways, hello. Hello, welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope everyone is doing lovely today. Hope everyone's doing well and lovely and great and cool and swag. This is a very random stream. I almost never stream at this time of the day. In fact, I think the most of the people who are watching this will probably be watching through the VOD. So hello, everyone who is watching this not live. Hope you are also doing great, whatever time of the day you are watching this. Tubbo just released his song. Finally, I gave it a quick listen. I was watching it on Premiere. I actually didn't mean to. I was just gonna click on it, and then I saw it. Literally, as I clicked on it, the premiere was like just starting, so I figured may as well. So I just watched it. So yeah, I want to get that out of the way. I have watched this before. I just kind of did. So I kind of wanted to go into it a little bit. Things I thought were cool. Things I thought, I don't know, just kind of like a reaction to it. First will just be an initial one, and then kind of going into like anything I might hear or kind of notice. And yeah, I think we'll just hop into that really quickly. So, all right. Yeah, I think we'll just hop into it. Whatever. Okay. 6 months. Here it is. 6 months. I didn't actually know he was working on it for that long. I've heard he was working on it. Like, I heard that whole thing, but I didn't know he was working on it for that long. Oh my god. That's insane. Like, that's actually insane. Oh my god. All right. Dropped out of college, found myself a whole new realm of knowledge down the forest. I will say about this, I know I said I was gonna do one like initial reaction, but I did also already react to this. I will say his flow I really like. Overall I really like the word choices and like how he does that, because that's really hard to do, and he did a really amazing job in that. Foraging for sounds that I can rhyme with orange, but gaze at clouds and feel the comfort. I kind of like this. That line is so real though. Made friends between screens and deep sea still hearts and teens scream my ears off. Oh, like that's what I mean. That's what I mean. The wording choice, just that's what I mean. Like the wording choice in some parts, like it's really good. Like, but what is it like? Here, I'll go back. Streaming is real tough. It feels rough sometimes, but that's the real stuff. Like though. Some of those lines are just so solid. They're just like, they're so good. They're so good. If I'm gonna... It's, oh. See, I will say, one of the weird things about this song is that he's played it live on stream so many times, or that you can just find clips of him singing it on stream so many times, acoustic, not the actual version, that it's weird, because, like, I know the words. I've seen those clips. I know the words, and, like, obviously I can see him at the bottom too, but it's weird because like you kind of know it, but hearing it edited it's just this weird feeling. Usually when you hear a song, it's kind of like you hear the acoustic version second, but with this it's like you heard the acoustic laid back version, now you hear this super produced version. That is the weird thing I noticed though, that pause there. Also, this frame I paused on. It is a weird pause I found, because it's like I always thought he did it for breath, because like I said, he does a lot of like really quick words, so I always thought it was just a kind of a breath thing, because he also goes up a lot, like a life by the sea. So if you want like breath support, then you would take a breath to make it easier, because you know if you're singing at a decent range, like and I'm living and loving, I don't know if it's going into his head voice or falsetto. I don't know what his range is really, but going up, you would normally, it'd be easier if you take a breath there. Living and loving my life by the sea makes it easier. I didn't know that was an actual like planned part of the song though. Oh, that was cool. I like that. Hold up, I really like that. I really like that. That was nice. I want to try and catch it. Oh, get a little bit of the breeze. I love it. I love the dancing on the stairs. I love the dancing on the stairs. Ooh. This section. Oh. See, I don't know. So I'm not sure about this part. This is just kind of a speculation thing, because I don't know for a fact if this is actually what's happening. But I'm pretty sure this is him playing the saxophone. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I probably will be posting this VOD on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube right now in the comments and it's not him, yeah, he was playing this. So I think this is him. And if it is, that's like really impressive because it's not an easy instrument to play. And this is a pretty solid solo overall, so
Day by day, putting on a brave face, playing games, taking pain straight away.
hey.
Maybe made mistakes, but it's a-okay.
Hey.
We all need to
Take a break.
So I'll be chilling when the tide is low.
Oh, I like this. I like this because it's like I mentioned a lot of songs have a pretty similar structure, and it's not a bad thing. A lot of pop music has its very similar structure where it goes verse, chorus, bridge, breakdown, chorus. And that's not a bad thing necessarily to have, but it's just a really common trope. But I kind of like how he did it here. It is very similar. It's pretty much the same structure. But how he did the breakdown overall here, where it's kind of going into the chorus, this is one of my favorite ways to do it, honestly. I feel like if you're going to follow a structure like this is a really great way to do it. Where it's not quite the chorus yet, but it's leading into it. Like he took a few lines that have already happened, like not a chorus, I guess that was a pre-chorus, but like day by day, taking pain straight away. But kind of like adding it and doing it differently. I feel like that's a really great tool you can use with music, especially in songs that would usually have a lot of repetition. Using that, if you want to include repetition in your songs, doing something different with it, using it in a different way is a great way of including that without making it feel stale or repetitive. Like adding, it's like a new thing. Oh, I love that part too. The I can't sing the next note, cause you can tell it is a very good song, and I'm very proud of. Like I not proud, but impressed, I guess is a better word. By like, I'm very impressed by the song. I think it's a really great song overall, but it's kind of nice to have some of that personality come through with his songs. Cause how do I phrase this right? There's been a common thing recently of people transitioning to music from something else. And not to say that they weren't always doing music or on the spare time, but kind of like mainstream, like Dream has just been releasing a lot of new songs recently. We have Bella Porch, who, yes, like I said, a lot of people who have been doing music for a while, but kind of recently became really popular on it. And it's kind of, I feel like some people try, when they make that change, try to take it like really seriously. Like, okay, well, I gotta be professional. But having like this feels like a lot more fun and upbeat song. So having that kind of like nice little jokes. I know I'm overanalyzing this one line way too much, but having lines like that where it's just like I can't sing the next note, but I brought up bro. It's a really great way to kind of like just have some personality in your songs. It's a really nice line, and also it's just CG5's vocals are amazing as always. That line, okay, that I honestly almost wish he'd done a few more lines. Like I like, how do I say? I wish he'd almost done a few more lines like that in that life by the sea with that little like chorus effect. It's such a I know something in my brain just really likes that one line. I almost wish he'd done more of it. Obviously, it's a tough line because you don't want to overuse stuff like that, but it's just kind of like you hear and you're like, oh, that would have been cool. Life by the sea. Solid way to end it too. That's like, it's a good way to end it too. Yeah, obviously, go like the video on your own time. Subscribe to Tubbo. I don't know why I'm not subscribed. I guess it's because this account is this is one of my newer YouTube accounts. Subscribe, like the video, go watch it on your own time. Please, if you're seeing this, go watch it on your own time. It's amazing. I think it's out on Spotify. Go listen to it on Spotify. Oh, I think one thing I wanted to talk about overall, his vocals. How his vocals are mixed here. So, I was talking to someone recently about Dream's new music, actually. Dream's, he's been releasing a lot of music recently, and we kind of went over it. But one of the main things we talked about was vocals, and that's a really hard thing to do sometimes. And not necessarily the singing aspect of it, but everything regarding the vocals can be tough sometimes. Because one of the main points the person I was talking to brought up was like, well, I mean, it's a Twitch streamer or like even it's a YouTuber. We're used to hearing a very raw version of their vocals, like basically completely unedited, very clean, very just like a raw and natural version of the vocals. So hearing them edited can be really tough. But the other thing we were talking about is that how it's kind of tough to find a balance there because listening to like especially Dream's music, I feel like his newest song actually does the best job of mixing his vocals. But it feels weird how they mix it sometimes, like adding a bunch of auto-tune and layering and filters onto it. I feel like this uses auto-tune and like chorus effect more than layering, but how it not only is it a hard thing to find a balance for anyone, having this, you know, being used to hearing a very raw version of the vocals makes it even harder for an audience, like for someone to hear it. And I know I wanted to point out because this song especially also kind of has a lot of, like I said, I think it's chorus and auto tune. Obviously, auto tune is a very broad thing. There's a million different ways you can do it, but a lot of that. But I think they did an okay job overall. This is where I think it comes down to personal preference, where it's like I'm used to hearing, and a lot of people are used to hearing Tubbo in like a natural voice setting. So hearing it with anything on it will automatically be like, doesn't sound right. But the way they did it here, I think was okay. I maybe would have turned it down a little bit, but it's a very like upbeat kind of pop type song. So it fits. And that's the other thing I like. I want to see if I can find the lyrics actually. I'm gonna see if I can find the lyrics really quickly. Yeah. So like certain parts of this, like I said earlier, the wordplay is some of it. This part, it's like it's really as a streamer, pretty relatable. Now I'm not quite famous, but it is very relatable sometimes. Like I feel like he did a good job of the lyrics might not stand out to you the first time you hear it, but if you look at them, like it's like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Like this part is a very like real lyrics. It's not sad or anything, but it's like it's that thing of like, oh yeah, dude, oh my God, how do I handle this? What am I doing? It doesn't sound sad, but it's still like very like teardrops we made friends between scenes and deep seas steal hearts while teen screams our ears off. Like that's ridiculous. That is a beautiful line. I like the video is great. Like okay, here's actually a really good example of what I was saying with like the mixing and everything right here is like it sounds different. It almost sounds deeper than how he normally talks. Not deeper than his normal voice. Like I don't think they pitch edited anything, but it just sounds deeper because of how it's mixed. And it's not a bad thing. I like how it sounds. It's just different. It was yeah, I'd like to say like whoever mixed this or edited this did such a good job. Like all the little elements. I think CG5 actually was the man. I feel like if you looked up at like who produced it, quote unquote, it'd be him. All the little things like the uh-oh, that little harmony on the uh-oh, like it's just like gonna go back. That little it's the little things like that it just works so well. And bringing it back on oh Lord. I think that is what it was kind of catching me off guard because like CG5 has a very distinct type of editing his vocals and it sounds like he does it similarly for Tubbo's. I don't think it sounds bad. It's just distinct, you know? Like it sounds similar to how CG5 would mix his own singing. I still love that part. This is what I mean though. Like I'm not really saying much right now, but I'm really just trying to listen to it. And yeah, it's just the mixing. I keep going back to that. It's just so well because there's a billion small things that you could do, and it wouldn't sound bad if you didn't have them. One of the biggest lessons I ever learned when I first was getting into like doing music, and I don't really do it professionally, obviously, but was that small things, even like adding like a tambourine or adding like a shaker to your song, can really change how people hear it. And it doesn't mean it'll dramatically, like it'll sound like the same song, but it can just add so much. And this is what I keep thinking about like it reminds me of this type of mixing where it's like there are just a bunch of little cool like quirks and stuff. The song would still sound amazing if they weren't there, but it just adds that little layer. Taking pain straight away. How he does those lines too, the kind of dragging, I like how he does that, like that dragging on almost type of vocals, like straight away, instead of like taking pain straight away. It's just taking pain straight away. It's a nice touch.
We all need to take a break. See.
Great way to end. I think I said the last time. Great way to end the song too. Like we already had like a solo, and then we brought it, did like a break. Like sorry, I think it was how'd it go? Solo and then breakdown and then another chorus and then kind of like an extended like good way to end it. I think because doing any more than that can kind of like really feel long. Doing any more past like already a chorus solo breakdown chorus outro is just I don't know. I think it was a good choice to kind of end it on that, and it's a nice way to end it. But anyways, I've talked about this for far too long. I've been live for like 40 minutes, and it is a 4 minute song. Anyways, thank you everyone for coming out and just watching this. If you're watching this live, if you're watching this, I'm almost definitely gonna be throwing this on the YouTube like real soon. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube if you want to see that. But anyways, yes, thank you everyone. I probably will be streaming tonight as well. My current plan is to stream tonight as well. This was just something because it just came out and I like catching these like right off the bat if I can. So again, thank you everyone for coming out, and yeah, I think we're gonna end now. I'll see if there's anyone I can raid real quick.